Alright guys, take 3 because the first one was uploaded yesterday and didn't go through. Second one is the one today where I just went through and did the whole video and realised I was muted. Boomer! So, what is happening with Stellar Blade? Guys, obviously at the end of the day, so Stellar Blade was supposed to be coming out uncensored. However, people have noticed after the 1.002 patch that things are starting to get censored. Now, personally, if you ask me, this is not a Shift Up who makes the game. This is Sony. And basically Sony bowing to the cancel mob. So here's the first image here. Before the patch, you see she's covered in blood. Second the image here is after the patch. You can noticeably detect that there's a lot less blood on her. Right? But it's not just that. Here's the bunny suit before and after, right? You can notice that the cleavage is a little bit shrunker by the looks. There's this thing over the frilly piece over the V shape here to hide the boob. And also around here, you can also notice they've added this piece of fabric in here. Right there, you can notice that is not on here. So they've added that piece there, and they've added that piece to here, and that piece is obviously over there as well. Obviously also on here, this one is obviously pretty bad as well. They've gone through, this was what it was like originally, and then with the 1.002 patch, they've obviously added the frilly bit of lace over here to help cover some of the boob. But, you know, as people turn around and say, well, why does it matter? Well, it matters because at the end of the day, well, let's jump into this, right? If you allow this sort of stuff to happen, you'll end up eventually looking like this. This is the Australian Prime Minister going through talking about banning memes about himself.
Media platforms have a responsibility to make sure that misinformation isn't got out there. I noticed today, for example, on the way up here, they've removed various sites that were up containing fake images of myself superimposed on other people. That's the sort of thing that is going on social media. Social media has a responsibility.
So he's literally talking about memes. The Australian Prime Minister is so thin-skinned about memes that he wants to ban them. And that's why this matters. If you allow this censorship, eventually you will look like this. This will be you eventually. Right? Mark my words. But it's not just about that too. It's about other games like, for example, Baldur's Gate. Supposedly has a scene in it where, you know, she gets a little bit of doggy love. Right? That obviously is a bit concerning. They allow this, but God forbid we allow this, right? They also noticed here too, they went through and they changed this. So instead of being the hard R shop, it's now the crime R shop, right? So at the end of the day, like I said, they allow doggy love and they allow gay love and, you know, they allow the characters to be full frontal, but God forbid the character that looks like this show a bit of cleavage. So there's the double standard here. Now, people always say, well, why do you think that is? Why do they allow this and not this? Well, because this is heterosex. This is men doing the male gaze at girls and women. Where this is protected because, well, you know, obviously Baldur's Gate had, you know, trans and had DUI or DEI and stuff in it. And obviously The Last of Us is very DEI as well, you know, gay sex and all that sort of stuff, trans characters and stuff like that, right? So they're allowed to have nudity and stuff like that, but God forbid anyone that doesn't comply with the DEI rules, well, they just become a target because, well, you know, we need this game to be ruined because if we allow this game, Well, other games might come out and not have DEI, right? And that would just be insert blanket statement here. So obviously at the end of the day, the head of Shift Up has responded after obviously this has all come out. And this is him here talking about it. So I'll play it and I'll read it out to you. Is there any thinking of rolling back the version before the censorship? Also, we wanted to ask you whether recognizing the issue regarding this. Understandably, we recognized about the issue. However, the final costume that we wanted to show you is indeed the costume in version 1.002. I want to clarify that is our final product. However, I know the answer is not enough to convince our users. There is an internal discussion ongoing regarding this, so I think we'll have a chance to answer it soon. Now, I don't believe him. I'm sorry. I love Stellarblade. I love the game. I don't think he has been truthful here. I think at the end of the day what's happened is that Sony has told him to roll back these changes. The reason being is this, right? Let's look at this costume here. They've gone through and they made this costume. They've spent dev hours and dev time, and someone designed it and crafted it and put it into the game. And not only did they put it into the game, they put it into a release of the game looking like this. And then they've gone through and retroactively changed it to add this part here and to add this part here. If this was what your game was supposed to look like originally, why did you make this? Why didn't you just make this in the first place? That is why I'm calling X to doubt. Because at the end of the day, it's like, no, you went through, you made this. You made this outfit. And then after release and after 2 patches, you've changed it to this. And that's why I'm calling BS. But at the end of the day, guys, obviously there is a petition going at the moment for Stellarblade. It is run by Gromes. I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. But at the end of the day, when we started, obviously, this video, it was at 31,997. If I hit F5 now, she's up to 32,064. So it's going, like, it's grown 64 in literally 8 minutes, right? And that's going pretty slow considering how fast it's been going. But yeah, at the end of the day, guys, the reason why this matters for everybody that's sitting there, well, first of all, if it doesn't matter, why do you care if she looks like this? Right? If it doesn't bother you, then let us have this back in the game. Oh, wait, now it bothers you. Gotcha. But at the end of the day, why it matters to me is that if you allow this censorship, eventually you'll end up with this. You'll end up with the Australian Prime Minister and Parliament members of Parliament literally saying that Elon Musk should be in jail because he's sharing stuff that we don't like. And that's why it matters. Now, obviously, at the end of the day, the best part about this is that the best way to fight back is to go through and just delete your PlayStation subscription. And that's what a lot of people have been doing. A lot of people have gone through and deleted their PlayStation subscription to help fight this back, or help fight back. Because at the end of the day, we don't want to, obviously, we still want the game to be popular. The people that are doing it, these council mob, right? The ones that are trying to get all this censorship put in, they want the game to fail. Because the game did not comply with their request of DEI. How dare they? So we're going to make the game fail. That's literally what they're thinking right now, right? So if you don't buy the game, they are still winning. So how do you fight about this? Well, the first thing you do is you go through and you sign this petition. The second thing you can do is to go through and delete or remove your PlayStation subscription. So here's someone doing it here, right? Scroll down. Here's another person doing it here. Scroll down. Here's another person doing it here. Scroll down. By the way, wow. Holy wow. Just wow. Right, keep going down. Another person doing it here. Another person doing it here. By the way, there's a whole bunch of people doing it here. There's a whole bunch of people doing it here. Here's someone else doing it. Where is it? Here, someone else is doing it. Here's someone else is doing it. Here's someone doing it. So as you see, here's someone doing it. People are just going through and cancelling their PlayStation Network. And that's the best way to do it. That's the best way to fight back against this censorship. Is to go through and hit Sony where it hurts, which is in their pocket. And just remove your PlayStation subscription. Like I say, we still want the game to be successful. We still want to support Shift Up. But at the end of the day, we want to go through and just hit PlayStation where it hurts. And like I say, obviously the next thing you can do is just simply go through and just and just sign this petition. You know, go through and get this up. I think Graham said he wants this up to around 100,000 players, 100,000 signatures. Right? And he's put it in different languages. It's in English. It looks like Korean. Japanese or Chinese for both. So, you know, at the end of the day, this is one of the best things you can do. The second thing is just go through and just delete your PlayStation Network subscription. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. Obviously, some of the memes are pretty funny. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Guys, I support this whole freestyle blade thing. Like I say, if you don't stop this now, you're going to end up with this. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Have a great night. Enjoy yourself, guys. We'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube.